This Monero Matteo video is sponsored by Cake Wallet. Safely store, send, receive, and trade your Monero on Cake Wallet on Android and iOS. What's going on, guys? Monero Matteo. Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you guys had a great weekend. I see a lot of new subscribers coming into the channel, some new people coming over to the Telegram, which is great. Guys, if you want the base takes where we talk about things other than crypto, we talk about Christianity, we talk about some other important things that we find valuable, go check out the Telegram, go check out the Odyssey. More of that stuff is going to be going over there. And yeah, we'll talk more about that. I just want to make this a shorter video, but I do want to say, guys, go check out our video on hedging against crypto, the internet infrastructure and electricity infrastructure risks. We made that about a week ago, and again, it just looks like we're ahead of the curve. There seems to be some internet infrastructure problems happening. Natural gas prices are going through the roof. We've got to do a video update on that. If you guys have been listening to our channel for a while, we've been talking a little bit about Gazprom, which has just been outperforming the market spectacularly. It's a Russian oil company. They're responsible for Nord Stream 2, and now they're opening Nord Stream 2 back up to facilitate more flows of oil to Europe and natural gas. So they're going to be making killer tons of money because the people who run Europe are idiots who thought that they could replace natural gas, oil, and fossil fuels with renewables and think that that would be just totally fine. There would be no issue with that. And it turns out they're in a bind now. And of course, they're blaming Vladimir Putin because of their own incompetence. But nevertheless, it's going to make Russia and Gazprom a lot of money. So Gazprom's going to do good. Uranium's also outperforming. We've talked about that consistently. But go check out that video because it looks like there are some internet infrastructure issues going on with Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. We've seen more of this, and that video will put things into context. So ahead of the curve we are again, and we anticipate that'll continue. So this is just going to be a short video, guys. I want to talk about the increase of the transaction volume going on with Monero. More good news. It looks like CoinCards.com is reporting quite a bit of Monero inflows for their gift cards. Bitcoin's at 44.6% on chain, plus the 2.1% for the Lightning Network. So they're taking up about half of the transaction volume there, but Monero at 11%, it's pretty good, right? So that is good news. It does make sense to buy these gift cards with Monero because I imagine a lot of people who are, on the dark net, getting Monero for the goods or services that they provide, they want to find a way to turn that Monero into something which is a little bit more liquid, which you can turn into, redeemable goods and services in the white market, I guess you could say, in the regulated market. And so what they're going to do is they're going to buy, these gift cards with Monero. That seems wise to me. I imagine that's probably where a lot of the traffic comes from. And if you guys haven't seen our videos regarding the black market as to why we think the black market's going to certainly increase in scope, and I heard the White House market was recently shut down. I don't think it was because of law enforcement. We don't know yet, but it looks like they shut down for whatever reason. Maybe they just got tired of running it, but nevertheless, there's going to be some other marketplace surely to take its place. And with everything that we've talked about with the economy going on, go check our actually urgent new economic systems rolling out video. That'll go into more detail about that. I'll link it somewhere up there. But yeah, we expect the black market to grow. We expect more transaction volume there. And as inflation picks up and as price controls come down and as shortages continue, we expect that trend to significantly increase in its direction upward. So that is something to consider. But it looks like they're having a lot of inflows, which is good. So another great chart. New quarter is time for updated chart of average number of daily transactions per quarter. So this goes back to quarter 1 2016, and you just see a consistent uptick, and it looks like the uptick in transaction volume is accelerating, which is good. So that is more bullish news. And so, yeah, we checked that out. This is an interesting thing that I wanted to note for you guys. So, when you look at the monthly transaction count, you'll see again another uptick. The estimate for October as of now is about 13% for Monero to Bitcoin transactions, which is good. Now, this Bitcoin volume here, as far as I'm concerned, does not include the Lightning Network. So take that into account. But nevertheless, 12.67%. If you look at, the monthly transaction volume ratio going back to November 2020, I mean, it's been consistently rising. And we've talked about the theories as to why that's the case. We make a pretty good case for that. A lot of it is macro. A lot of it is people waking up to the technocratic, panopticonical dystopia, which is on its way, and how Bitcoin being tracked and traced is not exactly cool and optimal for that. So we're starting to see more people, move into the Freedom Coin sector, which is what we like to call it. Pirate Chain, Monero, Dero, etc. Haven is going to be instrumental in that as well. But we see a lot of people moving to Monero. That's the flag. That's the tip of the spear when it comes to this sector. So we're seeing a lot of people move into that. So we expect that to continue as well. But one thing I wanted to note is that the trading volume is rather low for Monero. So that's not what you would expect when looking at this prize statistic and when you're looking at the CoinCards statistic here. Because it looks like Monero is number 4 on this list. And Monero is one of the most used cryptocurrencies out there. And it's one of the most developed projects. It really should be a top 3 coin, honestly, if you want to know my opinion. Well, of course, that's my opinion. I'm pretty biased, right? But the fact that it's number 35 for trading volume, one, that's because it's not on Coinbase and it's not on some other exchanges. That makes sense. But also it's because people used Monero for real world economic activity. As we talked about before, there are certain marketplaces which only accept Monero. And so if you were to go on the darknet, if you were to go on these websites where people are transacting for maybe some things that maybe we here on this channel wouldn't want to buy, but maybe soon. But not for that reason. Again, go check out our videos. We talk about how more people are going to get kicked out of the economy. They're going to have to go to alternative marketplaces in order to get basic goods. Anyways, more people are using Monero to actually transact in goods and services. They're not just trading. They're not just speculating. And that, to me, is actually very bullish for Monero. And it proves its use case. It's not just a speculative instrument of value in a gambling marketplace. It is a legitimate cryptocurrency used as a currency for buying and selling goods and services, which is what it's all about, right? So you see it at number 35 here, and you see it number 4 on CoinCards, and there are some other statistics out there which certainly place it in the top 10 for transaction volume. So that is something to note. Transactions per hour, 1,000 transactions per hour. That's pretty cool. So this is MoneroHow.com. They've got some pretty cool statistics and some good resources on this stuff. You can go check them out. This last website was Reddit. And this is one website I just wanted to bring up real quick. Somebody commented about this on Reddit. But one thing I just want to note real quick is the Bitcoin medium transaction fee is 45 cents. For Monero, it's 0.003 cents. Now you may say Bitcoin has a lot more volume, which is why the transaction fee is higher than Monero. But as we talked about with Arctic Mine, for example, the Monero blockchain has something called dynamic block size, which is awesome. What that basically means is as transactions increase on the Monero blockchain, contrary to the phenomenon which happens on the Bitcoin blockchain, the transaction cost actually goes down, which sounds counterintuitive. It's just like, does that even make sense? And again, look at our Arctic Mine interview. He'll explain how that works, but it's true. As more transactions occur on the Monero blockchain, when you hit that dynamic block size level, the cost per transaction goes down, which is amazing. as Jesse Peterson would say. So that's really good stuff. This is another cool resource that you could use to check that stuff out. And then we'll just finish up looking at, I was looking at Conceal Network. I might do a video on this. Facebook's down. WhatsApp is down. It looks like also AT&T and Verizon came out. They said that, sorry, I'm tired. What was I saying? They said that their data logs were hacked like 5 years ago. And these hackers had access to all of the text messages and all the phone records of everybody that has taken place over the last 5 years. So, with that being said, I imagine there's an uptick in interest for private messaging projects, and Conceal is one of those projects. We'll talk about that later, though. But Monero, amazingly, is topping the volume charts here on Trade Ogre, which is rare nowadays. Typically, it's Pirate Chain. Lately, it's been Dero because people are figuring out the value to that. Private smart contracts, that's going to be pretty significant. But yeah, good things happening for Monero today. It's a good day in the Monero world. And I believe that's all I want to say. I want to hear y'all's comments. I want to hear y'all have some takes on this stuff. So just let me know what you think. I think this is good stuff. Like, subscribe, all of that. And we'll be back with more videos. I apologize. I wanted to do a longer video today, but my brain is just not here. And I've been seeing some things I'll be making videos about regarding some disappointments that I've seen in the crypto community. I have actually turned quite bearish on the community. I don't think that they understand what they're up against. And we try to get the information out here. You're not going to find information anywhere else except maybe like the Money Today Show, Monero Talk, and some of these other channels talking about this stuff. But the crypto community is largely blind to what's happening all around them with the establishment of the new crypto world order and what this means for the future of freedom. And another derivative disappointment is that I find that a lot of people in the crypto space, they want freedom, but I don't think they understand that when you desire freedom, it is the freedom to be obedient to something else rather than the state. Like, that's essentially what freedom means. But most of these people I don't find are obedient to any gods, any values higher than money. And so I'm rather pessimistic they're going to win in that goal. Because if you can get financial freedom, which is what I think a lot of people see as the most attainable form of freedom, especially in this environment, then you're going to be easily cajoled into the type of system that they're building. You know, they're going to goad you with riches, they're going to entice you with gains, and this is my concern with crypto. I think that the entire community has been bought off to a certain extent. And the fact that the libertarians were bought off first, and they're given the most gains, now you have the public seeing Bitcoin as being synonymous with freedom and wealth when the infrastructure that they're building around us regarding blockchain and smart technology, it's quite the opposite. And we've talked about this with the Money Today Show. Check out our interview with him. Go check out his channel. He does a lot of great work on that. And check out our Digital Currency Group series. And I have a playlist here on my YouTube channel called The Great Crypto Coup d'etat. We talk about MasterCard, things like this. But taking all these things into account, I have found myself a little bit dispirited. So I may take some time off just to pray more and get my spirit right and just kind of understanding what I'm getting myself into, right? So that's just something I want to know. And I also need to work on my catechumen. My spiritual father was not too happy with me with my lack of progress on my catechumen, so I need to work on that. So either way, sorry for that end of the video rant. I hope that you guys got value from this. Check out the social media links in the description below. Check out our addresses for donation. I have PayPal up there now. Thanks for one of our great listeners who requested that I talk a little bit about Orthodox Christianity. And a lot of you liked that video, which I was surprised to see. I thought, we would lose a lot of subscribers, and we did lose a few subscribers. I did check that out and see that. But nevertheless, I need sleep, I need food, and we'll be back tomorrow. I think we're going to be doing an interview with Kevin Watt here soon, so look out for that as well. With that being said, over and out. God bless. Bye-bye.